All right, guys, this is episode 87 of the podcast, boys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's gonna be a short episode today. Not too many topics here, but we got some good story times. Does anyone want to go first? Should I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. So it's been a rough week for me. I'm not gonna lie. So the past few days, like I've had where should I start? So my TV broke. It like fried, so I had to get a new TV, and it's really cool. The new one, it's 4K, and it's like it's partnered, like the brand Pioneer is partnered with Amazon Fire Stick, so I don't need to have the HDMI like stick for it. Actually, I can just go on to the. It's like a service in the TV. It's not like you can add on to the Fire Stick thing. You can. It's not like you plug anything in. It just comes with it. It's got three HDMI no, I think four HDMI inputs. So that's pretty crazy. It's got I think I mentioned the 4K. It's like a 50-inch TV, so it's like 7 inches bigger than the last one. It's pretty
Dude,
nice. It's
what's the
pretty nice.
refresh rate?
I don't remember. I remember that there was better gigahertz on it. So like I remember looking at it and I was just thinking, oh, my games are gonna run faster. But yeah, no, it's really nice. I only got to use it once. So I've been exposed to COVID like a good amount. Like my COVID situation is pretty like weird right now. And so yeah, I'm like I got so exposed to COVID, I don't think I could get any more exposed than I did. And so I'm kind of like, dude, it's weird because technically I could go to school like on Monday, like if I'm not sick, because I tested negative this morning, but I already had symptoms. It's weird. I don't know, maybe I took the test like wrong, maybe I didn't take it when I was supposed to, because they said to wait 3 days, but I thought I did. So I'm gonna take one again tomorrow morning, and if that's negative, I'll be surprised. But that just means I gotta be careful. So I'll be in my room for like a little bit. Um, my symptoms are I had a sore throat, and that was gone today. Uh, when I was on the call with these guys, I was talking a lot, so my throat got dry. So that's just why. But I had like a burning throat like the past like I had one 2 nights ago, and it went away. So I thought it was just allergies because I didn't take like allergy tablets that day. So I thought it was just allergies. Because I've had that in the past where I've had a sore throat and I'm like, shit, I have COVID. I start freaking out, and then I get tested and it's negative, and it's just like, oh, it's either allergies, or sometimes I sleep with my mouth open, and that's pretty annoying. So that could be it. But I don't know. I went to bed that night, and when I woke up, I had no sore throat. But then it came back uh, yesterday no, 3 days ago I had the sore throat. Then it went away overnight, and then it came back the next day. And then I was getting like what was it? I just had a sore throat, so I kind of got paranoid. So I was just like in my math class, and I couldn't focus because I was just so like irritated, and I was like, fuck this, I can't do it. I'm like, I can't focus. I'm not gonna be able to last like another 2.5 hours just sitting there in my next class, which is like one of my most boring class. I got LEC. So I was like, fuck, I got work I can do it just as well as I can there. I got my laptop here in my room. I can just do what I have to do here instead of doing it at school. So I do that, and I still got this sore throat, and then I got a headache, and it's like those headaches that you get when you have like a fever, like the kind of headache that it's like there's a lot of pressure. It's not like the headache where you're just like, oh, I need more water. It's like pressurized headache. So I was like, shit. I was thinking like I'll be so surprised if I don't have COVID. So I go and I get the test, and then I take it this morning. And I left my home around 2:40 to get the test because I went to the place you get the tests. I have some at home, but I don't know. We just decided to go and get them. And as I was heading home, I was driving through, And I'm looking at all these guys that are coming out of school, like all these people I know from like Justin's school and from my school. I see them walking home or whatever, and I'm just thinking like, bro, I'm gonna have like I could potentially put these guys in like harm, and that would be the worst thing for me. Is not like the COVID part. Like, yeah, it'd be suck to be sick, but the worst part is putting them in jeopardy. And so that's why I was feeling bad. And like, bro, my mental state yesterday was just so bad. Like, I couldn't like function just because I was like mentally just like exhausted and just so like nervous and whatever. And so I woke up this morning, I felt a lot better, but I had body aches. I had like body aches on my stomach and like my lower back. And when I got in the shower and I came out, it went away. So that's pretty weird. And same as like my sore throat and my headache and my sore throat were like on and off today, but it wasn't that bad at all. Um, and I think another symptom I had today was I was really tired. Like I was laying on my bed just watching like Twitch or something. I was just getting really tired. Um, so that's pretty weird. I tested negative. Um, and yeah, I'm kind of just like self isolating a little bit in my room. Uh, I don't think it'd be smart of me to go back. I don't think it'd be smart of me to go play soccer tomorrow, even though like I could not have the virus. But it's like I said, I was so exposed to it. I'll be surprised if I don't have it by tomorrow. So we'll see. Um, I moved my PlayStation into my room, and I've been playing it on here. So I got my shit set up there. I had my food. It took me such a long ass time to get my like skip the dishes, or I think I got it. My mom ordered it on like Uber Eats or something. That took a long ass time to get here. And then when I like speed run the food because I was like so hungry, my stomach because I ate too fast, that hurt. So I haven't been feeling good recently. It's more of a mental thing. Like I don't know. I feel as though it's inevitable because, they're not shutting down schools. This could have been easily avoided. Um, I would have felt a lot safer. I was doing online school. I guess they don't want to shut it down because they're saying like, oh, we take away like it's kind of taking away our teenage years because we're not having that social interaction. But dude, if we go online for a few months or a few weeks, whatever it takes, that's going to be so much more worth it than everybody getting sick and having to self isolate, being scared all the time. I'd much rather have that because then it go away much quicker. All right, so that's my opinion. I'm pretty strong with that. I feel like it's an popular opinion though. I feel like most people I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, we don't like online. We don't like how it works. We want to do in person." I get that. That's fine. There's some aspects of online school that I did not like, but I think for the well-being of everyone that goes to school and does their thing, you might have parents or grandparents that are not gonna do well with the virus in them. I think it's worth it. Uh, so yeah, my TV broke. Uh, I'm like fully exposed to COVID. I don't know how I don't
Hey,
have the
but
virus
you
yet.
got a new one, so it's all good.
I got a new one. Yeah, it's pretty nice, but like it costs a shit ton of money. I'd rather not have to get it than, you know. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I was watching Gideon's live streams recently this
Gideon.
week, and I don't really watch Twitch often, but his live streams are actually like really like they're nice to watch or to listen to. Like even if I'm just playing like chill on my PlayStation, I just load up Twitch and I just listen to and like watch it. Like I just turn my head, look at it, whatever. It's really like really entertaining. Um and with Twitch being Twitch, he got banned. I was watching him and I was doing something and I looked back on my screen and he's like putting on Twitter something like about Pokemon, and he changed like his profile to Pokemon looking like shite without makeup, and got like the driest face ever. Holy shit! I did not expect you. Anyway, uh, so he like tweets out some shit about her, and then I think he deletes it really quick, and then he goes back on Twitter because his chat's like telling him to go back and look, and he got like blocked with Pokemon on Twitter,
And
so
then
he's
he
like
kept
freaking
playing
out.
this soundboard.
Yeah, the soundboard. He kept playing that, and then he went on like he was just on Twitch, telling he was just saying some shit about Pokemon, like doing all this shit, and everyone was like, "Bro, you're about to get banned." Like he's like, "Oh, whatever, it's gonna happen anyway." He's like, "I don't care," something like that. He just put it off, and yeah, he was doing all this shit to Pokemon, and as I was watching him, it just said live stream stopped, and I was like, "Oh, do I have like an internet problem or something?" I was like, I was trying to see, and I was like, "No, my internet's up," and I was like, maybe he disconnected, maybe he just had like some issue there. So I go back, and I can't find that he's up. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go to bed now or something like that. And he was playing FNAF, and that was really entertaining to see him play FNAF because he was doing like how he screams, like he
Mhm.
has a scream, like he's just doing that every time he played. And yeah, it's so funny to see. And then he's like, "Is Freddy good now, boys? Yo, W's in the chat if he's good now." And he's just like, yeah, it's funny to see that. And then he's like, "Bro, I remember Markiplier playing this shit when I was like 15," and he was like, "Freddy was like the worst." He's like, "How is he good now?" And he was saying the same shit that I was thinking as I was playing the game. He was like, "Bro, this Gregory N word is so stupid. Like, why the fuck doesn't he just talk to the security guard? She's a human. Why not trust the? Why'd you trust an animatronic bear over the human?" So it's funny to see him react to FNAF and play FNAF. Unfortunately, he kept dying. Like he was kind of bad at it, and people didn't want to see him play something he was bad at. So they're like, "Yo, hop on GTA RP." So then he left, which is kind of unfortunate. But he's like, "Okay, I'm probably gonna hop on again because I know you boys want to see me on here." So he was like saving a lot, and he kept dying on the part where you would go to like to put the magnet on
Oh
the
right.
because she kept on seeing him through the door, so he got like so confused.
Yeah, it's so crazy. She can go through the gated like
Yeah.
area of the store.
That was the first time I died because I didn't do shit. I was like, "Oh, I'm good." Like when she saw me, I was like chilling. I was like, "Oh, there's nothing." I just saw her run up to me, and then I saw the door open. I was like, "Shit!"
Mm-hmm.
So I booked it out of there. But yeah, I died. Um. So yeah, I and then he went on like Instagram Live, and he was like talking about what happened, and it's pretty funny. But he was just like saying all this shit to Pokemon, and she was basically thinking that he's being misogynistic because he was saying like jokes about sexual nature, and then he was also saying like L ratio to Pokemon, and she's like thinking because she's a girl, she's fucking retarded.
Yeah, she's gotta
Like
say that because or else there's no like she can't say anything because it's just he told his chat like
yeah,
it's nothing to
yeah.
do with her being a girl.
He
He never
didn't like
mentioned anything about that.
yeah, and he was even saying like
Mm-hmm.
before he like tweeted out, he's like, "You're the queen of Twitch, Pokey," blah blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
Exactly.
like, but then he kept playing the clip. Anyway, uh, I I I found that I found that he didn't mean it in like a bad way. He was just doing it to have like a trolly kind of joke to it. He didn't want to
Yeah,
offend or
dude. If you
anything.
look at her stream, she was like she was playing
I
Valorant
know,
and
I
she was
know.
like.
She's like making a weird face. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
she's so like oh, and then
she's like, what is this? L ratio? L bozo? She's like, what? Oh, did someone, is like someone like flooding my chat or something? They're like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I saw a video and they're like, I don't want you guys to be like upset. I don't want them to like take over the chat. So I'm just going to end it here.
She was
bro,
literally about to cry, bro.
okay, first of all, there's mods for a reason. Second of all, if it's that out of control, you can disable chat for 15, 20 minutes. Boom, they're gone. Back to the stream. It's so dumb. I don't know. I don't do Twitch, and that's like an easy solution. She's just a very stupid person. I'll say that. And
Mm-hmm.
then he was like, because she knew that he was playing the clip of her over and over again,
Oh,
so she added saying like, well, I support BLM. I was never racist in that manner. Like that was just a joke or something like that. She said something like that. And I was just thinking, just like how he's joking around. It's like, bro, it's like if you like, we all said the N word at some point. Like I don't go around saying it, especially on social media, because look what happens. But I don't, I said it when I was younger a few times because I didn't know any better and I didn't understand it. I watched somebody say it. I thought it was funny, but I don't say it anymore because it's, considered like a racial slur. Um, and so she's like, "Oh, I support BLM. I support." It's like, I'm sure you do. Like,
Don't
I
gotta say it, man.
yeah, just by her personality, like I can tell. She's like, I put my money where my mouth is. I donate when I can. It's like, good for you. Like, fuck, she's so dumb. Like, what people fail to understand is like BLM, like the movement of it is just them saying Black Lives Matter. Like, I don't want to get into that right now because that's a whole different topic. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, no, I can definitely, I'm not surprised that she's donating to the Black Lives Matter movement and all that shit. But she's saying like, oh, she's not racist, and then she's backing herself up saying she's not racist, which I'm sure she's not. But then she goes ahead and it was like saying that he's misogynistic, and no one ever brought gender into it. It's like he even said, he's like, oh, all of a sudden you get hate and then you're like pulling the gender neutral card or something like that. I totally agree with him on that. I think that she's way over her head. Um, but anyway, my point of being is just he's really funny to watch. I loved watching him play FNAF. That was so entertaining to watch. Um, I think like out of all the YouTubers I've seen play it, he's probably the best one to play it. But yeah, I remember I actually screen recorded it. He's like, you would not see, um, like it was the part where Gregory was like just meeting Freddy at the beginning. He looks into the mirror and sees himself. And he's like, y'all boys, yeah, you would never see anybody of color at this time of night in this situation right here. Never ever. It's just like funny stuff like that. So I think that is all for my story time. Let's just hope I don't have COVID, but it's pretty inevitable. I think with the rate that we're going now, I think we'll all get COVID at some point just because of what's happening. It's unfortunate, but it's like, yo, people die, yo, people get sick. It's just, you gotta see the schools, man. Some schools in BC are already shutting down because of it. Um, but the people at my school are saying it's not controlled by the district anymore. It's controlled individually by the school. So while my school may be shut down, ET's may be still going. So I kind of think that's good because it's like you kind of control your own school more instead of, it's more of an individual thing, right? But I still think they should be taking responsibility. They should be stepping up. They should be doing something. It's getting out of control. So that's kind of my rant about it. If anybody's watching from the school district, please take this into consideration. All right, I don't want to get sick. It's just a stressful thing. So, yeah.
Bro, why is
My,
it like individually? Come on. God damn it.
I
It
mean,
should be online.
yeah, it definitely should be online. This could all have been avoided. My throat got so dry from that rant.
All right. Yeah, I'll go with my story time. So on your point, I think I probably have COVID. I got exposed to it at our school. One of the guys on my basketball team and like one of my friends, I stood next to him in like uh one of my classes.
Call them out.
Yeah,
No, don't.
no, you get yeah, but anyways, he tested positive, and yeah, I played basketball with him versus another school. And we don't wear masks on the court. So yeah, so just think about that. Like it's like a whole team against another team, and we're like, oh my bad, we're like breathing on each other, and they're like grabbing each other and like reaching and all that. So yeah, yeah. So basically, I didn't go to school today because I have symptoms. 1 second, bro.
Me and ET didn't. Actually, did you have school today, ET? I didn't have school anyway.
Well, I actually had to stay home because I got symptoms again. I missed on Wednesday. Yeah, and then the buddy who sits next to me in one of my classes, he also got the same symptoms as me, and he stayed home. And then he said like even if you get better, you should stay home for at least 3 days. But I don't know where he got that from. But I just trusted him.
Mhm. I have to go get a test tomorrow because this is like they say for your test to be more accurate, get it on like your third day because that's like all of symptoms, so it's just more accurate. So I'm gonna go get one tomorrow, and then we'll kind of see from there. Yeah.
The I mean, there's a few things about it. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of closed hearted because it's like we're all in this together type of thing. Like we're all having the same problem. But at the same time, that's making me feel bad because it's like that shouldn't be the case, you know? But it gives me some comfort saying it's like I'm not the only one that's going through this. Like everybody around town, like, you know? So I just pray it gets better. It's going downhill. On if you look at Google, I looked at the chart. It's going like straight down. Still a lot of cases, but obviously a lot of them aren't being recorded. Um, but either way, it's still going down. But still, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Those are hospital cases, no? Or what?
No,
How do they
well,
count it?
there's you can look at like there's different graphs. There's one for like how many hospitalizations. There's one for how many like just cases that are just registered. If you have like the card, if you have your care card, it registers in some shit like that. Um, but then there's hospitalizations. There's how many cases in a day. There's how many deaths. There's how many people vaccinated that have the COVID. How many people that aren't vaccinated. How many people that are getting vaccinated. Stuff like that. It's all on Google. Obviously, that information isn't completely accurate, but you know it's close. Yeah, I don't know how close it would be, but there's some validity to that. Some truth, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I think like even though it's getting like better in like other places, like where we live, like the fact that we all got like symptoms in like the same week, like kind of just shows like it goes to show like something's up or like we're finally getting hit. Like I feel like this is the most I've ever had to like really worry about COVID because
Yeah,
like before,
definitely.
like obviously we have to work, but like no one I knew was getting COVID. Like young people aren't getting COVID. Um, I don't know, it just hasn't been as bad. Like the fact that all of us got like symptoms and like guys in our school are testing positive and like all that stuff, I feel is like picked up.
I know, like I knew the odd person that had the COVID, but now it's like so many more people.
Mm-hmm.
Not as many our age, but still a lot. Dude, I gotta get a haircut, so I gotta stop getting symptoms. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh, the other thing I gotta say, the reason I keep leaning over the side, I'm like coughing a lot, and I don't want to like. It's kind of annoying, just like coughing all the time, and it, like kind of ruining the audio. So I'm just like, if I'm like going to the side, that's just clarifying.
Oh, okay.
Um, I was trying to think what else I did this week. Yeah, we had a couple basketball games, which is cool. So we lost both, which kind of sucks. But one of the games we played against ET school, and it was like such a close game. I was talking to them about it earlier, but like basically in that like halftime, it was like 20-18 or 20-14, and our team was up. And the ref, like I don't know, the ref was kind of tripping. Like I don't know what he was up to, but it was 20-18 at the half, 20-14 at the half, and he
See what's happening. School district.
okay, it was 20-14, right? And the ref, like, he's like, no, it was 18-14. Like, the scorekeepers were like screwing up. So he thought that they like moved the score up or something. When really we were up too. Um, so that was like one of the first things. And the ref was kind of like, he's really weird. Like, he just made some weird calls. Like, Another weird thing is before the game, we had to sanitize our hands. So like as you check in, you go to the desk and you put like hand sanitizer on, which is like really yeah, it's pretty weird because when you put it on, it's like I don't know, like normally when I play basketball, I always like the first thing I do when I get on the court, my hands are
Yeah.
like your hands kind of like heat up and it like grips the ball better. So I always like slap the ball, like it's just like it warms my hands up and it gets you like gripping the ball better. Because like if you first go to the gym and it's like cold out or you have like slippy hands, you'll kind of like not grip as well and like shoot and dribble and stuff. So like we had hand sanitizer and it was kind of weird because it makes your hands like almost like sweaty, which is like a little weird, but so we had to put hand sanitizer on, which like the first thing that was kind of weird. But then yeah, so the ref was making some weird calls and like stuff like that, and the scorekeepers were screwing up a lot. And I know they're like younger because they have to get like service hours or they have to get someone to like scorekeep, but it was yeah really weird. And then like they were messing up like the possessions and stuff, and they'd give points to like the wrong team, so the ref was getting pretty mad. But then at the end, it was like the whole game was so close. It was like between 1 and 2 points, like pretty much like the whole game. So at the end, what happened is we were down like 2 points, and the coach and the guy was on the line for free throws, and a coach drew up a play and he said, "Okay, like we'll call a timeout, and then we're gonna run this play that he drew up for like a 3-pointer, like clutch three, to like win the game." So we like so that guy shoots his shots, and our coach is like making he's like timeout, timeout. He's going to like the bench or the like scorekeeping stand, and yeah, so he goes to the scorekeeping stand and he calls a timeout. But apparently, like we didn't have a timeout, or like they just let the time like run out, and so we lost the game by 2 against like a school we probably should have won against, which is like, and a bunch of people are saying like if we had like that one, like if we had that one, if they didn't take away those points at the halftime, like we could have won it or like gone into overtime, but it was like yeah, it kind of sucks.
Don't you guys only have like 6 games as well?
Yeah, we have we've played like 4 now, I think.
ASMR.
Yeah, so yeah, we played 4 games and we're 2-2 right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my story time.
Dude, that's
Okay.
crazy. Like how all of a sudden we're all getting like symptoms. It's just I can't
I
believe it.
don't, dude. I won't be surprised whatsoever if I get a positive test tomorrow. I won't be surprised whatsoever. But I will be kind of surprised if I get a negative. It's like I don't know why I felt like that. If I'm not, it doesn't make sense how I don't have COVID, but I have these symptoms. I never had a fever. I never had, it's weird. It's very weird to me. So that's why I kind of am expecting it almost to be positive, because this sore throat like stayed for a while. It's not like just allergies or like, I something happened overnight. And then I had like a headache that was really weird, not like your average headache. So I don't know. I guess time will tell. But we'll see. Are you guys done with your story time, ET?
Bro,
Okay.
Bella like barely makes any appearances. Maybe 4, 3 or 4. It's crazy. Maybe
If you guys can
sometimes-
find them, like take clips of each one and send it to us. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Our merch, for anyone trying to buy merch, which I don't know if there are any, but if there is, you're gonna get some delay in shipment, because of COVID. I guess the services with the border or something, because we get it from the U.S.
Mhm.
They make it in New York. Their office is in New York. That's where they ship it
New
from.
York.
I think they make it in like Utah or something. Goes to New York, and then they ship it out from their HQ or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know that their HQ is in New York, so it could be a problem there. I just went on the website on our website, and it said that there's gonna be delays. So it normally takes like 2 weeks to get there, depending on what shipping you get. If you get the standard shipping, it'll be like 2 weeks to arrive. That could be extended. So
That's not bad.
yeah, could be extended. Who knows? I will present a topic if you guys are done story time. Yes.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right. Another sad topic. So Andy Rose has officially retired from soccer. This guy played on a handful of teams over his years. So he puts on his Instagram a career's worth of lessons, challenges, and incredibly special memories. I feel very fortunate to have lived out my dream. Seattle Sounders, Coventry City, Motherwell, and the Vancouver Whitecaps. It is a privilege to represent you all on my journey. Football is all about people, and I played with some of the very best. Now it's time for a next step. So it's funny because before I saw this post, I was on the Shite Craps F Me Instagram page, and I saw that he was because like ever since the season ended, they haven't touched his contract at all. They've done like nothing with it, and that kind of, I was like, oh, by now he's a pretty key player, so I feel like by now he will have had some, some sort of, because I guess his contract went up until this year. So I was like, okay, he's definitely. I'll not be surprised if he's not on the team because he's one of the only players that haven't had anything happen. He's not on loan. He's not. There's no option to extend. There's no nothing. It was just completely blank. His contract was up. They weren't touching it at all. It was just blank. So I was, you know, kind of curious. And then I saw footage from today, this morning, of him with the coaches, the staff in Seattle, watching the players train. So I was like, that gave it away. And then like immediately after, the Whitecaps posted that he's leaving, and then he posted this. So here's some photos. He's at Seattle here. I didn't know that he played at Seattle. I think that was the first team he played at. And then this is him, Motherwell. You got Coventry, and then Whitecaps, probably arguably his best career experience at Whitecaps. This looks like a photo from 2010 on Instagram that you'd see. I thought of that. So we got all the boys in the comments. We got Tossant, Gaspar, which I'm actually very surprised that they terminated his. No, they didn't terminate. They just they did not decide to extend his contract. I think he played one season, and he did pretty well. He didn't play that much, but I think, dude, they should have easily got him back. He was really good for what he did, and he could have been much better because he didn't play much. We got Jake, Whitecaps, Thomas Asau, Crepo, Ryan, Yordi Reyna. All these guys are from like the original. Like, okay, so this guy was like the last, like one of, if not the last dude left on the team from the rebuild back in 2019. Actually, no, Maxime Crepo. He is still there. I can't think of anyone else. Oh, Jake.
Bro,
So
they
other
always be
than-
changing up the team.
Yeah, that's true. Like other teams, like I know Celtic, they rarely ever do like they never really get rid of guys that often. It's funny I say that because they got this Japanese guy. This is kind of going off topic, but I'll make it quick. They got this Japanese guy that did so good on the team. So what do? They get 3 more Japanese guys to complement them. Anyway, so yeah, we got Yordi Reyna, Scott Sutter, Casado, Doniel Henry. All these guys are on the original rebuild team. Isaac, Fig News. Evan Newton. I forgot his name. Javen Brown, which they just got his contract extended. I think he's pretty good. This guy, I met this dude countless times. And then from here, I don't really know. So, yeah, good career from him. It's not that big of a topic. It's not that, trending around the world. It's not very, like, important, so to speak. But I don't know. It's important to the Whitecaps, so I just
Yeah.
have to bring
Hey,
that
if
up.
it's relevant to you, then why not share it?
All right, I'll let Justin go, and then I guess I'll go after.
Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so Brockhampton, the boy band, they're breaking up. So they released like today on like Instagram. They had like a there's like an Instagram post. I'm just chilling at home and my sister like comes home from like work and she's like, yo, like Brockhampton broke up, like they said on their Instagram. So yeah, Brockhampton have announced they're splitting up. The electric rap group made an announcement on social media today, and said their upcoming shows in London and at Coachella will be their last. Yo, how do I check this?
Oh, you have to
No.
register.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Well,
That's gay.
basically,
Just go on another site.
should you think? Let's see if I can. Okay, let's see if I can find one. 1 second. Okay. Do you guys see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, they announced they're breaking up. Brockhampton announced they're breaking up after the London and Coachella shows. The texted group took to social media this evening to share the news and their support thank fans for their support over the last 8 years.
Brockhampton's upcoming shows at the
Oh,
Q2
dude.
Academy Brixton in London and at Coachella will be our final performances as a group. The band wrote all other tour dates are canceled effective immediately. Refunds for all tickets or VIP packages will be available at the point of purchase. Sorry, I just had to get it out because I thought you were gonna cough more, so I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we can read for you.
here's the post here. Um. So yeah, it's pretty sad because they've been like a really big. Yeah, but what is that? So, yeah, basically, yeah, they've been a big group. And they've been around for yeah, like 8 years. And I started listening to their music in like a couple years ago. My sister put me on. She went to one of their concerts. They're friends. So I've been listening to them for like quite a bit. And it's so like out of the blue, kind of like normally because they have like these big tours booked and they're just starting to kind of like blow up now. Like they were big before, but they're like now getting kind of mainstream. Like they had this, their last album was like got pretty like big attention. Um, so yeah, I like it was just kind of like out of the blue, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But
Oh
the
right,
worst
I
thing,
know one of their songs.
oh, one more thing, yeah, the worst thing is that like they had a bunch of tours like lined up, and they just kind of like anyone like going to see them and just canceled it like right away. Like it's just like completely gone. They're, oh, we'll refund you, but that's about it. Like that kind of sucks though too. There was no like closure, no like there's no explanation really, or even like like an end tour, you know what I mean? Like they just like stopped it. So it had to be pretty bad for them to just break it up,
Yeah.
stop it right away. But
I remember these guys. Like I haven't heard of because I remember them like when they were popping like a few years ago. So I forgot the name. It took me a second to be like, oh yeah, I remember those guys.
yeah,
The I think that this is like with everything, especially boy bands. They're gonna break up at some point in time. Like let's be honest. Like I really hope that the podcast boys don't split up, but unless we get like so popular that we make so much money off of it, at some point in our lives, we're gonna have a family. We're gonna have like a full time job. It's gonna be a lot harder for us to keep doing this when we're like in our 40s or something. I strongly believe that we'll keep going for a good few years if we want to and if we want to keep it up. But eventually, if we don't pop off, it's gonna be a lot harder to keep the schedule going. So I think that's with like everything, boy bands included. Because they're more popular than the podcast boys, unfortunately. So they have more weight on their back. They gotta focus on. So
hmm
Yeah, definitely. We can always find someone to just fill someone in, you know, if that ends up,
yeah.
if that
true.
works.
That happened to like that YouTube group like a few years ago. What was there? Oh yeah, we like to play. Those guys, they had like four guys at one point, and one dude's like, Yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore. They had like 2 million subs, and so this guy just left. And then there's 3 guys, and then the one dude left because the other dude left. So then there's 2 people. There's 2 people doing it for like 2 years, and then finally one dude's like, "Fuck it." He's like, "I got better shit to do. Like we're the channel was dying, so he's like, I'm
Wait, it's
out."
spelled like WII.
Yeah. You heard of those guys, right? The
Maybe.
the last dude was like doing it for like I feel like a few months maybe, and then he's like, I can't do it. I could be wrong. I don't really watch them. I think I watched 1 or 2 of their videos, but I've seen that stuff happen. Like I'm pretty sure I was right what I just said about their situation. I think the one guy just finally was like, all right, I can't do it anymore. And that's kind of sad to see because at one point, all 4 of these dudes were chilling, doing all this shit. For a long time, it was just the 2 of them, but I think something happened, like with work or something. 2 of them had to leave. One guy just left because he didn't want to. But yeah, like I said, I don't really watch them, so I can't. I could be wrong on that. It better not happen to us.
No,
I mean,
don't
yeah,
worry, it won't.
we could always, if ET or Justin or if I leave, we could replace the person that left. That's always an option, I guess. But it's not a very great option. It's like something that we might have to do. But
yeah,
You got the OG, like first episode podcast boys. You got Quinn and Austin.
yeah,
Uh,
those guys weren't really like a part of what we are. They were just a part of like our warm up, I guess you could say. Because the podcast boys nowadays aren't the same as they were a year ago. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really like sure. Well, no, technically Austin wasn't a podcast boy. He wasn't like committed. Quinn was like, yes, let's fucking do it. But he was only on 1 episode, so technically he was just like a guest. So
yeah,
I wouldn't really count that as him being on our team. But sure, technically you could say that he was. Okay, I guess I'll go. Oh, it's a video. But before you play it, I might want some stuff on it. But let me see. Is there anything to read from it? No, there's nothing. You could just play it.
Okay, let's do this.
My throat's so dry, I ran out of water.
Bro.
I don't have any root beer left.
it's the worst because when you like talk so much, your throat like normally gets dry, but then it's worse when you just like start like coughing and shit, bro. It's so bad.
Oops. 1 second. I forgot to. Okay. There you go. Just adjust.
So this video is kind of bad. Like it's obviously a shitty thing that happened, but it's kind of funny at the same time. So yeah, this man storms cockpit on American Airlines flight and breaks controls. So I watched this video just to see what it was like. So I already seen it, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right, here we go.
I hope we don't get copyright from CNN.
No copyright, bro. Oh.
You know, John, I've been covering this unruly passenger trend, this issue, for months. This has to be one of the most egregious cases. American Airlines Flight 488 on the ramp in Honduras last night. One American says this passenger who was during boarding charged the jetway, then got into the open cockpit door. A member of the flight crew tried to stop him, American says, but he still damaged some of the equipment inside the flight deck. More on that in a second. You can see in the video here the man hanging out of the flight deck window. That window can be opened by the flight crew in a 737 in case of an emergency to ventilate the cockpit. In an emergency, they would get down to the ground, typically using a rope, so it's a pretty long fall down. This man did not jump. We do know that police ultimately apprehended this suspect, but the plane damaged so badly, according to American, that they had to bring in another 737 to complete this flight. According to FlightAware, this flight ultimately departed about 8 hours late, 121 passengers on board. You know, a huge issue here, John and Caitlin. 5,981 issues of unruly passengers reported by flight crews to the FAA in 2021, and that rate did go up a bit at the end of the year.
Okay. So the guy doesn't
No,
really
it's not gonna play this.
So the guy doesn't really seem to be causing much harm in that clip that they showed of him. He's just poking his head through the window, right? But obviously he had to barge through, go through, body everybody to get there. And then it's shitty that, you know, everybody got their flight delayed. He broke the controls so much they said that they had to get a new plane. That would really piss me off if I was in the passenger plane. If I had to get home, dude, there's COVID going on. It's the holidays are probably near. I mean, I don't know when that was taken. I just saw that 2 days ago was released. So who knows when that was? It could have been over the holidays. It could have been 2 days ago. Who knows? But Honduras. Was that going to Honduras? Did it say, or was that at Honduras? I think it was at Honduras, but I could be wrong. Coming from America. That's weird, but I don't know. I thought it was funny. The guy's just like peeking his head through.
I mean, guy probably just wanted to
Bro, how much damage did he do?
But all I picture him is just like boom, boom in the cockpit.
I just think he just barges in, and then he just wants to see what it looks like to go out the window, so he just opens the window, looks around for a bit, and then he has to go back. But bro, what happened to him? Did he get kicked off, or did he get
They arrested him. They got the police.
Yo?
Gotta
If I
pay
got
the
drug
price.
tested, he could have.
Bro, I was a random guy. If I was sitting in my flight, right? Because fucking to fly, it takes so much, so fucking long. You have to get there a couple hours early. You sit, if it's early in the morning too, right? You wake up at whatever time, go to the airport, you kind of just sit and wait for your flight. Then you have to go to the terminal. You have to walk in, show your ticket, get your luggage checked in and all that. And then after all that, you have to board the plane, where you sit until the plane's ready to go. And imagine, they loaded all these people on the plane. They're all sat down. They're finally, okay, we're just gonna fly, go back to America or go to Honduras, wherever they're going. And then some guy just walks into the thing, breaks all the shit, and opens the window. That would suck. And bro, to switch planes after that, to get out of the plane, go to another terminal, check in, and have to
all of that.
It probably cost them quite a bit of money.
Yeah. It's this big ass plane, and the only reason that they're fixing is because some guy one random guy just walked in the cockpit, and now they have to
Bro, how is he even able to get by there? They said that they tried to stop him, but he couldn't. Bro,
he's unstoppable.
There's no big bodies there that could just form a wall, like Clash of Clans, upgrade that shit. Dude, how is it that hard? How does that guy? There's probably several people on the plane. I don't get it. Maybe he snuck by.
Stealthy, he's just going around behind the guy. That's crazy though.
So he got arrested. Obviously he's probably gonna get charged, and he's probably getting drug tested because
probably right now.
Right now it's been 2 days. Yeah, he probably got questioned for hours. Dude, I remember going to Hawaii a year ago, almost 2 years ago now. 2 years ago in 2 months, and I remember there's these things where you can register your shit, because we were going into the US, you have to use the screen to put your passport information on there, but you can just put your name is D Snuts or something, and then you just go. But realistically, they'd check you. They'd be like, dude, there's no D Snuts on this plane because you register your passport and shit. So you'd probably get taken away. I was just thinking when I did that, I was so tempted to just put
bro,
Jack
you should
Meehoff
have done it, bro.
Nah, dude, that would have been some. I would have been in serious shit if I got in trouble. I could see Raph doing that though.
Bro, just
Or,
say the keyboard was brokey.
Broken. Yeah, it auto corrected just like Eggs Benedict's or whatever FNAF that was from. Yeah. No, dude.
Eggs Benedict? That's a sister location.
Yeah. That'd be funny if that happened though, if I put that. But yeah, no, I could get in trouble because it's it's fake identity. It's not
identity fraud.
Well, unless someone's name is Jack Meehoff, then yeah.
I started one more thing. When you go on the plane, and normally there's greeters, or not greeters, but the flight assistants and even the pilot, the main pilot guys stand the tunnel. Let's say the tunnel is here, and they kind of stand here and
right at the
tell you. Yeah, they're okay, what's up? You're going this way, you know what I mean? But so was there none of those guys? That's what I don't get either. He he's like, yeah, I'm going this way. And just go in the coffin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's normally people there, but
And
I don't
also, was he like a passenger on the plane? Why was he there? Like, obviously,
know. Hmm.
he must have been, because you have to, when you go at the gate, when you're at the gate, you have to scan your stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just go in there. There's a line up waiting to get onto the plane. So he must have got on like that. And then I don't know, maybe he was a little too crazy. Maybe he was like the Burger King uh, crown guy, or who knows, a little off it.
Yeah. But that video,
Yeah.
that's something else.
That's the best video of any plane situation I've seen. There's this video actually I saw recently of this guy that was traveling, and he got pissed off because there was a baby that was screaming like an infant, and the guy was pissed. He looked like an older gentleman, like, I don't know, early 70s, mid 70s, and he was getting a bit cranky because this baby would not shut up. And the baby was going through the aisle, walked past his seat, so the guy imitated his scream right in the baby's face, and the baby, it actually worked. The baby shut up, and it just went silent right away. No more crying. The mom was so shocked, because you can imagine,
Mm-hmm.
you know, wah, 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 and then that was it. So yeah,
That's it.
but yeah, I want to be able to travel again. Air travel is, I don't like traveling on planes. When I was going to Edmonton, dude, that was scary. That was like a P&E. I'd much rather do a P&E ride than that.
What?
Like,
What was it like?
dude, there was so much turbulence. When we were taking off, I felt like I was gonna throw up. I was supposed to be doing math homework, and I didn't do it because I felt sick the whole time. So the whole like hour and, what was it, like hour and 45 I was on the plane, I was just sick pretty much. And when
Bro,
I
what
landed,
math are you doing?
right now we doing the same sort of shit, like with um like general form, and like
Oh, bruh.
it's pretty annoying. But thankfully, I don't really have too much tests and too much quizzes for it. And I finished
Quizzes.
semester. I finished semester at the end of the month on the 27th, and I go into other classes. So I don't have math. I don't have science. I'm definitely not taking chemistry 11, because I don't think I ever dealt with any subject worse than chemistry this year. Like, I don't remember having a struggle with anything school related that much. So I'm not doing chemistry. Fuck that fucking shit. Done. No more. Like, dude, if I have to take
You'll
physics,
be.
I will.
You're doing physics? Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not. I don't want to. But chemistry, I don't want to. But
Oh, I'm not doing
maybe
physics.
biology, or no. I think what's the study of rocks? Geology. What is it? I'm trying to think of the Carl.
Isn't it like earth sciences or like
Yeah,
geology? Yeah.
yeah, technology, probably that. Like, I have to look at my options, 'cause I'm not 100% sure of what I have, but from what I think, that could be ideal. Just because I haven't done much of it, and it's, new territory, and you know, who knows? Maybe biology, but you do a lot of dissecting. It's kind of gross, but if I have to do it, whatever. So I've been in
Bro,
worse situations.
we said that this was gonna be short. It's 53 minutes.
That's pretty good. That's good, because we extended our thoughts on matters, and we extended our. That's good. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Bro, when we get to travel again, where are you going first? On
My
plane.
family wants to go to Hawaii again, so realistically, probably that. Because when we were traveling, COVID was really bad. But thankfully, there was less cases in Hawaii than BC at the time. But yeah, no, it was very scary, because Trudeau's saying, like, at the time, he was like, "Yo, if you're not in Canada and you're Canadian, get your ass in the country." And thank God we did, because if he like I would have had to be in Hawaii. I could have lived in Hawaii for a few months, because my dad knew somebody that has a condo there that we were planning on staying in if we had to, stay in Hawaii. Because if the borders closed and we have nowhere to go, that's what we would have done. So I could have lived in Hawaii for a few months, and I could have done online school there, which would have been annoying because of the time difference. It's like 3 hours behind, so I would have had to be up at 6 a.m. every morning on my teams. But yeah, no, I'll probably go back to Hawaii because the whole time we were there is kind of, we were kind of scared, because back then we didn't know what the hell COVID was really. We had no knowledge of it. It was just a virus that was going everywhere. I remember like in my LAC class, my teacher was like, "All right, just be careful. Like sanitize a lot while you're there in the airport. Like be careful. Like have a good trip." And yeah, that's kind of like the basics nowadays. So yeah, I'll probably go to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna washroom quickly. I'll be back in like 12 minutes.
Okay, what about you, T? Where you going? Dubai?
Hawaii seems fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. Not sure. Honestly, I don't know, cause I don't know what my mom will say.
Yeah. Hawaii, I wouldn't like obviously like dude, I really love travel. I'll go anywhere in the world. I'll go to like the boringest place on earth. If it's free. Like I'm not gonna pay for that, obviously. But like, I went to Edmonton like to watch a soccer game. So that kinda like I'll go anywhere. So if I can go to Hawaii again, I'd love to. But I wanna go like if I had to choose, I would go somewhere where I haven't been. California would be up there. Um I want to go to Florida again, specifically. Um, what is it? Miami, Miami. A lot of stuff to do there, and I want to go to California, San Diego, Los Angeles, maybe Palm Springs. And then I want to go because like in Miami, you can do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of events there. A lot of events there. I can't speak. I'm talking too fast, but it'd be so fun to bring all the boys there and just do all this fun stuff in Miami. Obviously, that's pretty unrealistic, but that'd be really fun. So Miami, Toronto, I want to go there eventually. California, and then Asia. I'm going to Asia in 2 years. I don't know what country specifically, but I will be going there after I graduate for the gap year.
Bro,
But
you gotta
yeah.
choose, bro.
I'm going to Korea probably for sure. The only reason is that Chris is there, and that's already like a massive advantage because it's like I save so much money because I can stay at his house. He said he has a room there for me. So if I just stay there, that already saves me a shit ton of money. And so I pretty much get to go to a place where I know somebody that lives there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a free pass, pretty much. It's not like because it's like Korea, the language is completely foreign to me, right? I don't know any Korean pretty much, and so the thing is that people, I know that in Korea a lot of people speak English, but a lot of people don't. So if I go to Korea by myself and I don't speak the language, I don't know what the hell there is to do, then I don't think it'd be very good. But if I'm with Chris, I get a place to stay, and I know somebody that speaks the language, and he knows all the fun stuff to do there. So it's a win-win situation. So I'm definitely going there. I want to go to Japan because they have the culture there is really sick, and I want to go to Malaysia, but that's just a maybe. That's not really like I want to. That's just like if I can, I'll throw it in there. But yeah, back to your question, Hawaii is probably the next place I'll go realistically. But if I am gonna travel next, the next place I travel to will probably be Hawaii. What about you, Justin?
I don't know why, but I always said like Brazil. I always wanted to go to Brazil, so that would be like
I remember you saying that.
dream place to go. But probably, yeah, most likely if I was to go, like my mom was speaking about, um, yeah, like Hawaii or uh somewhere around there. I think somewhere tropical probably, but
Hawaii is not that far either. It's like a 3 hour flight, 3.5 hours, depending on the island.
yeah, yeah, Hawaii would be really cool to go to. But
So where in Brazil? Like what city? Because I would love to go to Amazon personally. Like get a
I
tour,
honestly have no idea where I'd want to go.
the
Let me
safari.
see if I can find it. Uh,
What is that thing like a? Oh yeah, safari expedition. Ooh, that would be fun. Getting all the boys to do an expedition and was in the Amazon. That could be dangerous, but fuck it, let's do it. I'll be so down to do that.
Amazon, you mean like the forest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, it's just like I don't want to really go to United States. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it's kind of similar to here. Just like
Mm.
I want to go somewhere with there's like different culture. Like it's just like America. I don't know. Hawaii is the only place that seems interesting to me.
um, I'll have one cheeseburger, please.
one place I want to go, if we're talking like internationally, like I was saying in Brazil, probably like Rio, but I was like I was supposed to in the summer, and like it keeps getting put off, but I'm supposed to go to like California, like Huntington Beach, because
Oh,
we have my dad has they have a rental property there, so we have like a place to stay, and it's pretty close. But like whenever we try to go, we're planning to go. We're like, oh, maybe we should go on this day. It's like the COVID always gets like crazy.
that's
So
true.
um, but yeah, if like it gets better, that's probably like where I would go first. But yeah,
Shout out to the boy, Ty. He was on the podcast. He was telling me he has a place in California. Because technically he's American. He has an American citizenship. He was born in America, and so he owns a place in California. So because of COVID, he can't go there, but he keeps going there every like summer because it's his property. It's his house. I don't think he rents it out. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
I would love to have like a house there because it's like you can rent it out when you're not using it, make a shit ton of money, and then
U.S.
just kick them
Right.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
kick them out when you want to pull up. Like that'd be sick. That's a really good investment.
hmm
Exactly. I don't know. It's hard to choose for me. Because when if I'm like 18 and I get to do what I want and I save up money for it, who knows, man? Maybe Asia. Because Asia includes, Japan. Korea does seem interesting. Includes UAE's in Asia. Also, yeah. Maybe also UK seems cool, but that's basically it.
Maybe you can come to
Okay.
Asia with me.
Yeah.
I need that travel buddy. Because you know how boring the flight will be to Asia? It's like a
Oh yeah.
22-hour flight or 21.
You can
So
do one flight.
yeah, it's like for Air Canada. I looked it up from Vancouver to Seoul is like 21 hours just straight. So yeah, that would be that'd be a while. You know, I don't even know what I would do, dude. If I'd probably just you know play, maybe I'd rent out Wi-Fi and then watch some movies, play some mobile games with the boys. Maybe I'll stay on call with the boys or something. Netflix party, who knows? And then like, that's all I can think of is just watching
Oh,
movies.
you know what I'll do? I'll bring my Quest 2 and just freaking play VR games. It's simple.
There you go. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know what I would do. Like, I feel like having a normal like seat would be uncomfortable for that long. So I think first class would be amazing, but even like business class would just be like fine. So who knows? But this shit costs money. Like, life's not free. So we'll see. Like 2 years is 2 years. It's crazy to think that 2 years ago I was in grade 8. So it's like I'll just be graduated grade 12.
Yeah, I
Insane
gotta ask my
time.
mom if I can have like a nice little trip. graduation trip.
That is
It's so hard to choose,
so
man.
fun.
I don't know, but
For me, it's like I obviously would like to go all over the world, but I don't know. I just find some sort of interest in Asia,
mm-hmm,
and not many people that I know do. They're like, nah, I don't really feel like Asia. Like, oh, nah. It's like I don't really have
mm-hmm.
interest in
I
Asia,
think they
but
just don't understand how big Asia is. Like it includes so many countries, and yeah.
I feel like if you go to like Japan or like anywhere in Asia, I feel like it'd be cool to do while you're like younger. Because I feel like if you're like older and you're looking for more of like a relaxing place, I would say like I'd rather go to, like when I'm older, probably go to like Hawaii or something. Yeah.
or
While I'm
Bahamas.
not, while I'm young, it'd be sick to go to like Asia or like Japan. Like Japan would be really cool to go to, like Tokyo. But
Because those tropics are more of like relaxation. That's kind of what that's based around. Japan and Tokyo and all those places are like um you go there to have fun, to sightsee, to move around, to be active, right? But Bahamas, the fucking the I can't speak, the Dominican, the Hawaii Islands, all those places are relaxation. So that's the difference there, and obviously the culture. But another thing is like, dude, this is getting really like what if, but if we go to Hawaii as like a layover to go to Asia, spend a few days in Hawaii, then go to Asia. That'd be sick. Cause it's like on the way. You just stop there. Like let's just say we have to stop there on our way to Asia. Just chill while we're waiting for our next flight. Like who knows?
Yeah,
that'd be
pretty cool.
sick. What would you do if you had like 2 days there?
Mm, go hiking maybe. Uh, go swimming. Go downtown. Downtown Honolulu was pretty fun. I didn't really get to see much of it, unfortunately, but from what I did see, it was very nice. Very, very nice. The buildings, the culture, everything was amazing. They have hostels there. Like, you just go there for cheap. Go in a hostel. One thing I want to do in Japan, they have it the cheapest in Japan. It's like one or two, no, like $5 Canadian. You spend a night in like those pods. I forgot what they're called, like the hotel pods, and you literally just get like a pod to yourself, and it's like your own little. It's pretty much having like a bunk bed to yourself, but it's like a capsule. So you have a TV in front of you, and it's just a bed, and you have all these lights. It's like RGB. You have like plug in your phone, you get some water and shit, and it's just a bed, and you get like a locker as well, and it's so cheap and it looks so nice too. I really want to do that. That's like the one of the number one things I want to do in Asia, mainly Japan because they're the cheapest there, and then like from there, like oh dude, that's gonna save me a lot of money. It's not like a hotel room. I don't have a room to myself, but I could put my stuff in the locker, and you get a key for it, and you can just go into the capsule when you're sleeping, and it's like enough room. It's like a twin size bed, I want to say. So it's like big enough. That's
Are there
cool.
other people like by your pod? Like, are they like it's like a bunk bed? Are they like above you or?
It's like a bunk bed, yes, but you have a door. It's like a sliding door. So when you lay in the bed, you slide the door closed. So yeah, there could be someone above you. It depends on what capsule hotel you're at, I suppose. There could be people below you. It could be like in a 3 row and then three and a 3 by 3 or something. Who knows? But that's definitely up there. I wonder if Hello Kitty is still big there.
Yeah, probably, bro. Hello Kitty never died. Bro, I just searched up like the pod things. They actually look so like the capsule hotels. It looks pretty cool.
Hmm.
Like some of the pictures, they actually don't even look that bad. Like I was literally imagining a bunk bed, but some of them are like actually really nice. Like they're kind of like rooms with like they're just like a bed, but there's enough room to just like do your stuff there and chill
Yeah.
out.
And oh, here we go. So here's some $30 for one night. That's good. Like normally a hotel is like 100 or 200 something. The most expensive one I see here is $85. So you know what I mean? Like this is good deals. Yeah.
So it'd be
Definitely.
even if you get like a really cheap one, it's just kind of like a cool experience. It's like so different from like Western hotels. You know what I mean? Just like it's like a room with a bed and all that. You know, it's like
Dude, it looks like something from the new FNAF. Look at that. Doesn't that look sick?
so nice looking at. I was looking at a couple, but yeah, dude, they're so like that's pretty cool.
This one's in wait. Like oh okay, the one I just showed is in Recarton Capsule Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. And it looks like a bunk bed. Yo, ET, you can get the top, I can get the bottom. We'll split the price. Oh yeah, this one. Look at this. That looks like massive amount of room. Yeah, they look sick.
It looks like like a spaceship or something from like Star Wars.
Yeah. It's like something you'd see from the Falcon, like in one of the rooms.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's it.
I guess that's it. All right, I'll do outro. I guess I did intro. How long have we been going for?
An hour and 11.
Well, look, hey, look what happened. We thought it was gonna be like 15 minutes. We got an hour. So thanks for watching. We will see you guys on episode 88. Take care. Stay safe. COVID's going around. Do what you gotta do. And take care and yeah, stay safe. Like I said. Peace.